We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoe.
You wouldn't accept it. Nike finally broke their silence about Caitlin Clark, but not before miles ahead congratulated her on her Rookie of the Year success. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark, the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. L shirt for Caitlin Clark's Raha Award sold out in 50 minutes. This is all that Nike gave Caitlin for her historic first WNBA season, a t-shirt. No mention of her own shoes was made, while A.A. Wilson received promotions and served as the center of Nike's WNBA campaign.
Let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them.
Therefore, despite being a subpar shirt featuring Caitlin's records, it sold out in 50 minutes. That shirt would have taken them 5 minutes to create, but it still sold out faster than A.A. Wilson had ever done for Nike.
You miss an opportunity like that? How do you not capitalize? It doesn't make any sense at all. And playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia.
How is it possible for Nike to create such a basic jersey following a fantastic season? By now, Caitlin would have received her own sneaker, and it would have been sold out everywhere if she had been working for Adidas. There aren't many athletes in the sports world who are as divisive as Caitlin Clark, the young basketball prodigy who has taken the game by storm. How many good goods has Nike created since signing her? The Iowa standout has broken records, been compared to the game's great, and emerged as the spokesperson for women's basketball. Caitlin Clark has a complex and somewhat annoying relationship with Nike and the WNBA, even in her rookie season, despite her extraordinary success on the court. Strangely, Nike, a major participant in the global sports industry known for supporting top athletes, has minimized Clark's accomplishments in favor of highlighting other athletes.
And Clark's going to help it change for the better. All of a sudden, we're going to see Angel Wilson. She may get some more shine because she's that girl. Diana Taurasi going to get more shine because we know what she brings to the table. Ionescu, she's going to get more shine. Others, black, white, everything in between. It's about the ladies, now more so than ever.
Nonetheless, one company has been more than happy to accept her. Adidas. Billie Jean King, an Adidas ambassador and sports legend, recently commended Caitlin Clark for her outstanding season and her victory as the WNBA Rookie of the Year. Even Nike Clark, her official sponsor, had not yet fully acknowledged King's accomplishments when she received her endorsement. Although Nike has come under fire for seemingly not fully supporting Clark despite continuing to support other WNBA players, most notably A.A., this appreciation was more than just another compliment. It highlighted how important Clark's influence is. Without a doubt, Wilson is a fantastic player, but here's the really amazing part. Despite her immense popularity, Caitlin Clark outsells almost every other player in the league. Adidas appears to have acknowledged her effect much earlier than Nike, associating themselves with a player who many believe is the future of women's basketball. Nike has been hesitant to acknowledge her excellence.
She's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
Billie Jean King, who has long been a champion for equality in sports, didn't hold back when praising Caitlin Clark. King applauded Clark's dedication, her record-breaking performances, and the undeniable influence she has had on the game. For King, it wasn't just about the Rookie of the Year title or the countless accolades that came Clark's way. It was about the raw passion and love for the game that Clark displays every time she steps on the court. Clark's Rookie of the Year win wasn't just a reflection of her talent, but also a moment of vindication throughout her rookie season. She not only faced tough competition on the court, but also backlash and neglect from an unexpected source, Nike, her own sponsor. Despite her meteoric rise, Clark has had to deal with the frustration of being overlooked by the very brand that should be amplifying her success. As one of Nike's athletes, Clark should have been at the forefront of their marketing campaigns, especially given her marketability and popularity. Yet despite her undeniable impact, Nike has largely focused its attention on promoting other athletes.
Is Caitlin Clark currently the face of the WNBA? Yes. Do I think if A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the case.
Nike has prioritized A'ja Wilson, another exceptional talent. Wilson is unquestionably a fantastic talent. She has won multiple MVP awards, is a WNBA champion, and dominates the league. However, there is no doubting that Caitlin Clark has become the new face of women's basketball in terms of both her on-court performance and her ability to engage with fans. The fact is that Clark outsells Wilson in almost every play in the league. Her jerseys sell out, and her games attract large crowds. Why does Nike still give Clark priority over Wilson when it is obvious that Clark is the greater draw?
One of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Even though Wilson has received well-deserved recognition, her good sales and general marketability pale in comparison to Clark's. Fans have noted this disparity, and it has been a topic of contention. The Clark's appeal is not limited to she has drawn the interest of casual viewers, young girls who aspire to play like her, and even people who had not previously given women's sports any thought. Her talent is amazing, and she has the ability to greatly advance the WNBA.
The Indiana Fever, this is the second year in a row they had the #1 pick. So do y'all know what that means? That means they're not that.
Clark's first season has gone down in history. She not only gave an excellent performance, but she also controlled the game. What made her stand out from other rookies was her ability to shoot from wherever on the court, pass the ball precisely, and lead her team with the ferocity of an experienced veteran. Her performances were about more than simply individual brilliance. They brought the WNBA much-needed attention and excitement. She is the kind of player the league sorely needs to attract fans and expand its audience.
There is a Caitlin Clark effect on all of basketball, and especially on women's basketball ratings. Kudos to her. She has elevated an entire sport in viewership.
Even though Clark's Rookie of the Year victory was leaked more than a week ago, the WNBA has strangely been unwilling to completely embrace her as the sports spokesperson. Oh, and she didn't even win it. Fans and the media were both surprised by this delay, with many asking why the WNBA isn't taking advantage of Clark's rising fame. For some, it seems like resistance and an unwillingness to accept that the league's future is now dependent on a 22-year-old from Iowa.
Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
Clark is poised to lead the WNBA to new heights with her enormous talent, marketability, and fan base, but both the league and Nike appear hesitant to fully support her, and it's difficult to understand why. For the time being, the spotlight is shining brightly on Clark, but it's unclear if the organizations that are supposed to support her will eventually embrace her potential. The backlash against Caitlin Clark isn't new, but the fact that Nike is the source of the snow. Despite her indisputable success on the court and her marketability off it, one of the biggest names in sportswear has left many fans perplexed. Although Clark has consistently received criticism and, to be honest, hate, this case appears to go beyond the usual scrutiny that comes with fame. It feels more personal and isn't just about her performance.
Coming along and elevating the sports shine ultimately benefits you. Go out there, compete with her, try to bust her up if you want to, and all of that stuff. Just don't hate on the acclaim that she's getting.
Some individuals are uneasy with a player who has set records and attracted a lot of attention in just her rookie season because of layers of bias, jealousy, and possibly worry that she is changing women's basketball and the league as a whole. Although Clark is undoubtedly a trailblazer, it is puzzling that Nike, a corporation that prides itself on promoting greatness, has chosen to minimize her accomplishments in favor of athletes who, quite frankly, aren't making as much of an effect on the court or in terms of marketability and willingness to fully brace given Nike's long history of associating with game-changing personalities. Whether it be basketball greats like Michael Jordan or tennis great Serena Williams, Clark seems particularly strange. Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly doing just that. She has broken rookie records, drawn comparisons to the greats, and brought in viewership numbers that the WNBA has desperately needed. But Nike has continued to promote other players like A.A. Wilson while downplaying Clark's meteoric rise.
That's come along, who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing from an abundance of folks appeared to be resentment.
And Adidas comes into play at this point. At last, a company is taking the initiative to acknowledge Caitlin Clark's accomplishments. It's encouraging to see a company like Adidas recognize Clark's contributions to the sport, especially as Nike, for unknown reasons, continues to ignore her. Adidas, through its ambassadors like Billie Jean King, has publicly praised Clark for her undeniable talent and groundbreaking rookie season. However, Clark's relationship with Nike is tricky. She is committed to a $28 million, 8-year contract that, given her current market value, seems like a great deal for Nike. Nike has been hesitant to promote her in a way that is appropriate for her status as a budding superstar, despite having a long-term deal. This has left her supporters unhappy and asking why the company is holding back. One of the most significant signs of Caitlin Clark's influence is the fact that there were no references to her in music prior to yesterday, the obvious decline in viewership and attendance following her elimination from the playoffs. The numbers show that fans tune in to watch Caitlin Clark, but the WNBA appears hesitant to fully embrace her as their new star, whether this is because of internal politics, long-standing biases, or a reluctance to accept a new face of the league. Many fans are left perplexed and frustrated by the WNBA's reluctance to crown Clark as its future.
Don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it.
Beyond just her play, Clark is a cultural phenomenon, and whether the WNBA wants to acknowledge it or not, she is the league's face. She has drawn in new fans and revitalized the fan base, but despite this, it's becoming more and more obvious that the WNBA and possibly even Nike don't want to fully accept her as the star that she is. This reluctance may be due to the fact that Clark is changing the game in ways that the league didn't want her to. Expect Caitlin Clark defies the conventional expectations of what many people thought a WNBA superstar should be. Instead, she plays with a flair that is both disruptive and magnetic, upending the existing quo. Perhaps the league wasn't ready for a single rookie to garner such a high level of attention.
You guys were right. That's what we're saying. You
No,
were right.
Molly, you did not say that, Molly.
I'm saying it.
That is what you said.
You
That
did
is
not.
what you
That's
said.
not what you said, Molly.
What are you guys
That is not what.
talking-
For now, after a year full of personal victories, competitive challenges, and the weight of controversy, Caitlin Clark is taking a well-earned break from the demanding WNBA season. She can take a step back, regroup, and concentrate on herself. But as she gets ready for what's next, the question still stands. Will the WNBA finally recognize her as the star she is? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Caitlin Clark isn't going anywhere. Her influence on the league, her ability to attract fans, and her unquestionable skill on the court make her an unstoppable force. Adidas is more than glad to step in and acknowledge Caitlin Clark's greatness, regardless of whether the WNBA and Nike are prepared to acknowledge it or not. She is the future of women's basketball. Brands flourish when they partner with winners like Caitlin Clark. Whether Nike likes it or not, Adidas sees one of the greatest athletes the sport has ever produced. Although they may be slow to accept it, Caitlin Clark's time has come. The fans are undoubtedly aware of this, as evidenced by the rapidly increasing viewership and merchandise sales. Caitlin Clark is a superstar, and it's time for everyone to treat her as such. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. There are now more videos visible.